Hello, here I am and talking about tulips this time. So to start with this one, look at this beauty. Isn't this wonderful? One from very old variety. It's a rococo, beautiful, different colors. But I have more. I also have tulips over here. You see, those are all potted tulips, different varieties. This one is not blooming yet, but this is a very, very old wild variety, gorgeous. I have some muscari here and also muscari in a glass vase. Look how pretty that is. You see that? Just take the pot off, show the roots, and it's a beautiful decoration. So, and then little trick before I start making a bouquet for you all. Look at this. This is also a tulip flower. Now normally, of course, the petals are all the way up. So what I do, this is a very old-fashioned way of decorating with tulips. In the olden days, tulips were very expensive. One tulip had the value of an entire house on the canals of Amsterdam. So, and what they did was like not throwing it away when it was open. So they opened the petals, and what you can do, you can let it float in the water, and look how pretty that is. But now we start with the bouquet. So what I'm going to show you is to make a bouquet with tulips, and we all do know that tulips, that they stretch. So normally what they do is let they stretch exactly the size of the hat. So what you see here is the beginning. Later it will be this high. This of course is a problem when you make like a mixed bouquet. With a mixed bouquet, in the beginning you have everything beautiful and round, and then after a couple of days, those naughty tulips, they pop up and are standing above your bouquet. You don't like that. So because of that, I will show you a different style. By the way, later I'll also show you how you can do this with a BloomyPro system in your computer with the three-dimensional pictures from this system. But first, the live version. So what I do, I take the tulips, and this is a beautiful orange variety. When you have tulips, you can purchase them when they show just slightly a little bit of color. That will make it that you have, like, for a longer period of time, the joy of the tulips. And normally tulips, they last for a week. So really, for a week long, you have spring at your table. And you see what I'm doing? I'm putting the tulips here at the center. Why at the center? As I told you before, they grow. And when I'm having them in the center, in the beginning, what happens is that when they grow, they have all the space by themselves to go up. Now, here we are. What we do now is that we take some greenery. In this case, this is Eucalyptus parvifolia. And what I do, I put it on the outside. So I first go around with the eucalyptus, and you see immediately it gets a whole different texture, different look. And so, of course, you have to take the leaves off, which are reaching the water. When the leaves are in the water, you know, then the water gets dirty, and flowers don't like dirty water. So this could be a solution as well. This is already beautiful, but I'm gonna make it even more beautiful. So I have here gorgeous Hypericum berries, green. They give a nice spring look. And I'm adding these also to my bouquet. As you can see, I twist tie it so that all the stems are going in the same direction. You see that? And that's the original, traditional way of making an hand tie bouquet. So here we go. Now I have something else. These beautiful thistles. This is Eryngium. It's gorgeous, it's nice blue. And look what happens here. This touch of blue make the orange pop. And so, and the last one, nicely in a circle. You see, this is all the way around. And as you can see, my tulips, they have all the space they want. So they can stretch up, and then this stays as a border all at the bottom. Now, to finish it up, I use some leaves of the salal, and I use these leaves to give like a different texture also between the greenery I'm using. So we have like the long leaves of the tulip, the little leaves of the eucalyptus, and then the larger leaves of the salal. And so here you can see that the bouquet is ready. You see that? And now we have to put it in the vase. Of course, no leaves in the water. With tulips, you don't have to add flower food to it. Originally, it's not needed. They will survive anyway. But I also use some other flowers. So I added some flower food in the water to keep the water clean and fresh. Now we have to cut it. I always work with clippers. And what we have to do, this is the vase. You see that? So if you do like around 50-50. So the top of the tulips is like the same length, so like as the base. So then we cut it here. And it's wonderful when you work outside, because you know what? All the stems, they fall in the grass. No mess whatsoever. If you do this inside the house, then you have to mop the floor. So you see, it has to be a little bit more. And then there are different ways to tie it. You can use a rubber band, that's the easiest way. So you have a rubber band, you hook it on one stem, and then you go above your hands a few times and underneath your hand. And in this case, it's really nice and tight. Now, if you don't like to see the rubber band, you can also add, for decoration purposes, a little bit of natural rope. Of course, if you are very good and you trust yourself that you only can use the rope, you can also use just the rope and no rubber band. I like it also with this rope because we have like a vase which is see-through. It's a clear vase, so then it's nice to see also how the bouquet is tied together. I just do it very simple. I like that, to leave like a knot. And then look at this. We place it in the vase and ready. Here you go, a beautiful spring bouquet with tulips.